Hey guys, today we are going to be training on how to write the right ad copy. Now, I am taking this from a training that I do in my Leads master class. So this is actually something we do inside our master class. We do a training every single month, and I am taking this and putting it here on YouTube for free. I want to give you guys the most value possible. So we'll be going over some cold, warm, and hot traffic strategy and how to write your copy to be able to put the best foot forward in front of your audiences that you guys are targeting. So I hope you enjoy it, and you guys can go ahead and watch this training that I have recorded from our Facebook Leads Masterclass. If you're interested in the masterclass, want to take a course by us, want monthly training by us, you can go ahead and look at the links below, and we'll make sure to get you connected. Awesome. Talk to you guys later. Step one, it's understanding your traffic. Now, in each of these steps, we're going to have three little spots that we're going to focus on. Inside step one, we need to focus on targeting, traffic temperature, and campaign objectives / the platform that we're using. All right. So targeting, who is seeing our ads? The reason why we want to think about this is because we really need to know exactly kind of who that person is and what they're leaning towards to be able to speak to them in a way that communicates what we need to offer without sounding like spam or sounding like we're asking for too much or only talking about ourselves. The more we understand our targeting and our target market, the more we're able to talk about them. So we want to know the difference between who we're targeting. Maybe for this particular ad set, we're targeting people who are behind on payments. If we're targeting people who are behind on payments, we don't want to come out with something that's like talking about going through a divorce or probate leads, right? We want to talk about something that it is a little bit more about their struggle, about what they've been going through. So we want to understand them. We want to know how to write to them. What kind of tone are we going to use when we're writing our copy so that they feel like we understand them 100% and that we're not just some investor that's saying, "Hey, I buy your house. I'll buy your house with cash," and they just think it's a spam or a big scam that's going around. So the first thing is first understanding who you're targeting, and that goes for each campaign, each ad set, each ad. Understanding each one will help you write better copy. Now you might ask, well, JT, I'm just kind of targeting anyone who needs to sell their house. Like I'm able to work as a realtor. I'm able to work as an investor. I'm able to work, maybe present a couple of creative seller solutions. And so you might be telling me, hey, like I do all these things. How do I niche down? Now that in itself can still be its own market, right? What we need to think about is, well, are we targeting a motivated seller? Okay, so what does that motivated seller look like? What is that going to help us? How are we going to understand them, and how are we going to be able to give them something that's going to be beneficial for them long term? And what are they looking for in this copy? And I am seeing some of your guys' comments come through. I'll get back to it if we're already passing through some stuff. I'll have a little section where we'll cut off and jump back to some of these. Because it sounds like some people are a little more interested in the iOS update. So we'll jump back into it in just a sec. The campaign objective and so the next step is the traffic and temperature. What we need to do is understand what temperature that traffic is that we're driving from our ad. So is the traffic hot? Is it warm, or is it cold? The way I like to classify this is hot is our bottom of funnel traffic. These are people like on our retargeting audiences, people who've engaged with us. Sometimes it's people on lists that we know that are very motivated, that we're polling, like tax delinquent or pre-foreclosure lists that we know they're going through a tough time. These are going to be those people that already visited the website. They're people who we know are interested on a level that they understand what you have to offer, but they may not have taken you up on it yet. So they're hot traffic. They just need one or two more times to be able to engage with you so that you can really give them the offer that like hits them at home, that they know that it's a good step and a good place to move forward. The warm traffic are people who are most likely to be interested. So they probably know about your product. They've heard about your service before. Maybe they've heard about Zillow buying houses or iBuyers or whatever other, they've seen the bandit signs, but and they're in a situation where it's coming to that point where it would be a good thing to look into, but they haven't officially reached out to you yet. They haven't engaged with you yet. They're in a warmer set. I like to use this warmer audience as my lookalike audiences as well. So that kind of falls into that little area. Is those warmer audiences, typically they know what's going on, they're ready to be engaged with, but they may not be ready to make a decision right here right now. But if we convince them or hit them with the right offer, they may be willing to do so. And then lastly, we have our cold traffic. And our cold traffic are going to be people who have never heard of what we offer, or who are coming from, it doesn't mean that they're not interested in selling in the future, but they're coming from a situation where maybe they're not 100% sold on the fact that they need to sell, right? So they're people that are going to be kind of moving into these other audiences. And with our cold traffic, our approach has to be a lot different. So with our hot traffic, we can be a lot more direct. We can give them that idea that they can get their offer right here, right now, and they will most likely want to take us up on it. Our warm traffic, we need to get them with a little bit more curiosity. We need to get them with the right offer where they say, "Oh, okay, like I can kind of check this out and learn a little bit more. I know this is coming up, and I've understood this a bit, but it feels like this person has maybe a bit more benefits. They offer a little bit more, so I need to go check them out." And then the cold traffic, we want to hit with a lot more curiosity. So we can kind of come from that curious angle. It's a little bit easier to do so because it typically, the cold traffic campaigns, they just, we can be direct, but we need that curiosity to be able to keep them engaged enough to be able to see if they're really interested or if they're a tire kicker. So it takes a combination of that directness as well as that curiosity in the headlines and in our copy to be able to communicate correctly, to be able to classify them. And then lastly, we need to look at the campaign objective and the platform. What do we want our audience to do next? That's our objective, right? That's what we are targeting our clients or our audiences to do. So what are we asking them to do? What are we expecting from them? Without knowing that, we might be giving the wrong copy to the wrong objective, right? If we are targeting like a cold audience, we want them to watch a video, we don't need to spend all our time going over our offer. We need to hook them enough to watch the video, right? And if we've got somebody who's in a hot traffic and we need to move them to our website to fill out the form right away, we need to spend more time focused on getting them through to that offer and letting them know all the benefits and doing some risk reversal instead of focusing on trying to get them engaged in the sense of like, hey, I do this, check this out. We want to be a little bit more direct. The same goes for when we're understanding platforms. When we have different platforms, we need to write a little bit different copy. So if we're doing something a little bit more like on the Instagram side, it's going to be shorter. If we're doing things more on the Facebook side, we can be a little bit longer depending on our placements. But all that needs to be kind of considered when we're deciding where we're running those ads. And those objectives, those objectives go hand in hand. I've got a couple more examples down here, like using an engagement objective. You want to be more interactive, conversions and lead gen, more direct, traffic, more curious. So all those are things that we need to consider. Thanks so much for watching today's training on copywriting and getting that first step in. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube, whatever you'd like. We want to chat with you. You can also go over to our website, silverstreetmarketing.com. Now, we have released a new channel on Clubhouse. If you are interested in chatting with us on Clubhouse and having us answer your questions directly, go to the bottom. There'll be a link that will say www.silverstreetmarketing.com/clubhouse. That's where you can fill out a form to get notifications sent to your cell phone. We'll text you whenever we're going live. And then that way you can make sure to meet us on there for the first time before you follow us. Awesome. All right, guys, I am going to let you go. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and we will chat with you later.